everyone and welcome to CVLOG. I'm so excited today to be giving my time management tips for creatives. So as a creative myself, I find it so difficult to manage my time at times. And this is because my brain is just so busy all the time. I'm always thinking about, songwriting or recording or the events that I have coming up, or the PR that I need to do, the admin that I need to do. And in the end, I end up feeling really overwhelmed and I end up getting absolutely nothing done. And so that's not a very good way to manage my time. So for example, this week, my main thing has been to have a break from social media and to focus on covers and songwriting. And in honesty, I've procrastinated way more than I like to admit. I'm like, no, I should have done that day. I should have had that time planned properly, but I didn't. And so for the next few days, I'm going to be catching up with that and properly managing my time to sort out those tasks. And so if you're a creative too and you're listening to this thinking, oh my goodness, that is me, then I really hope that these top 5 tips help you today. So starting off with number 1, prioritize the big tasks first. Now that's probably one that you saw coming, but this definitely helps me to manage my time well. So for example, my top task this week has been songwriting. And so for me to achieve this, I need to set myself time and I need it to be quiet. I need my books all out ready so that I can just write and plan. And if that doesn't happen, then I don't do it. I will not sit down. I'll end up getting distracted. I'll end up watching TV or listening to a music playlist and then just, emailing or something. And so it's so good to prioritize these big tasks first and to make sure that you get them done. And as I said, this can be very difficult, especially when you've got a lot of smaller tasks and you think, oh, I'll get those out the way first and then I'll focus on the big task. But the problem is, and this is what I do, I don't know about you, you might be different, but if I do all the little tasks first, I then feel like I've achieved quite a lot, and so I leave the big task and then that plays on my mind and is still on my mind for the next few days. And so honestly, manage your time well, prioritize the big tasks first, get them out the way and then worry about the little tasks later. And number 2, write a to-do list. So this is really simple. This is always one that I recommend. I have my own little daily planner here. It is very bright to match me. And I literally write all of the things that I have to do in there. I do it weekly, monthly and daily. It has my covers that I want to do in there. It has people that I need to get in touch with. It has meetings that I need to go to in there. And it's a very simple thing, but honestly, getting yourself a journal and just writing to-do lists is an amazing way of time managing. And also it feels so satisfying when you tick them off, putting that big tick or that big cross through it, that you're done with it, you don't have to think about it anymore. And this is also a great way to reward yourself, that task is done now and now you can go and do something that you want to. And so I'd really recommend getting a journal exactly like that one, or one that's similar, a daily planner, and then sorting out your days, your weeks. And I believe that a few journals also have a timetable. So if you want to set yourself time every week, 2 hours a week to songwrite, 2 hours a week to learn how to produce, or something like that, it will really, really help, I promise you. And so that would be my number 2 tip for time management. Get a to-do list, write to-do lists, and get a journal. And number 3, let yourself have breaks. So this might sound a bit counterproductive to time management, but honestly, the amount of people that I know, myself included, that don't account for breaks in between your working is crazy. People will just work themselves into the ground, they'll burn out. And this is actually what I did in 2019. I did so much and I never had any breaks. There would be days where I would forget to eat. It was stupid. I would sit there and I'd start at 9 o'clock and I'd finish at 9 o'clock at night after a gig and admin and things all day. And then my other half would turn to me and he'd say, did you have breakfast or lunch? And I'd be like, I think I did. And he'd be like, no, you didn't. You literally worked all day. And I'll be like, oh yeah. But that's because I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. And so when I'm focused, I just forget everything, including to have a break. And this isn't healthy. Your body and your brain, they need rest. And so make sure that you plan an hour or even 2 hours of your day where you can take a break from doing anything creative, take a break, just mong out and watch TV, or, you know, go for a walk somewhere, go shopping, just do something that isn't tied to your job. And I promise you, this really does work with your time management side of things, because you'll be more productive to do other things if you schedule breaks into your timetable, and you'll be able to manage the time to do other tasks so much better, trust me. And number 4, set your areas of focus correctly. So this one is, again, very simple, but it's something that I'm still practicing, that I'm still trying to do myself, and that is setting my areas of focus in the right areas. So, for example, as a musician, I often do covers at gigs, and that's fine, but I want to kind of slowly branch away from that and become an independent artist and do my original stuff a lot more. So for me to do this, I need to write more original material. I think at the moment I have about 45 minutes worth of original material, but I really want more. But to do that, I need to songwrite, I need to sit down, and I need to properly write and finish songs. I have hundreds of unfinished songs, and it takes me ages to actually finish a song to the point where I'm happy with it. And so this is why my area of focus at the moment is songwriting. But if I was kind of planning my week and I ended up splitting my focus over loads of different things, which sometimes you do need to do, I understand that. But if you have a specific goal in mind that you want to achieve, literally revolve your entire week around that thing that you need to do, that you need to focus on. So for example, at the moment, I had a social media break, but I stayed on TikTok. And this is because I'm growing on TikTok, and I don't want to, you know, let my followers down that are just following me by taking a week break when they've just followed me. Whereas on Facebook and Instagram, I don't really need to worry about that. A lot of my followers are already there, they're happy, and they'll just miss me for a week. And so I continued doing that. So my area of focus for the last week has been songwriting and TikTok. That has been it. But on different weeks or different months or every year, that might change. And so it's good to adjust your time management to fit what your goals are. And so this is probably the best bit of advice that I can give. If there's a goal that you really, really want to achieve, honestly, like, focus on the areas that you need to achieve this correctly. Make sure you plan it all out, plan your week, and as I say, like, set yourself weekly and monthly and even yearly goals, because I promise you it really does help, and it helps you keep track of time and the things that you'll be doing as well. And finally, number 5, overcome procrastination. So this one is the one that I am worst for. Honestly, I don't know about you. I will go to do a cover, record a cover, and then while something's loading or whilst I'm waiting for something, I'll go on TikTok, and the next thing I know, I blink and it's 3 hours later and I should have uploaded the cover an hour ago, and oh dear. You know, like, it's so easy now to get distracted by things. You know, you're on the internet and then you just, you know, oh, I wonder what about this, or what happened with this, or oh, I'm going to Google this, and then you fall down the rabbit hole and that's it. And then you come out later and you're like, oh, I meant to get so much done today and I got none of it done. And I remember I did that yesterday. It was terrible. I had all these things written down that I really, really wanted to achieve. And I just ended up scrolling through TikTok, rewatching Attack on Titan, and I can't even remember what else I did. Oh, playing video games with my friends all evening. So bad. That was not a good way to manage my time. And obviously, as I said with point number 3, it's good to give yourself breaks, and maybe I can count that as a break day and then make up for it on another day, which is probably what I'm going to be doing on Thursday and Friday. But again, honestly, overcoming procrastination is a tool in itself. And so my tips to overcome this side of things are to shut your phone away in another room. This is what I do regularly. So I leave it in another room, I don't go near it, and I just focus on my laptop. I don't go on the internet, and I just get my covers done. Another thing that I do to avoid procrastination is I hide my TV remote. Like, I give it to my other half and I say, look, hide this, because I'll end up watching things all day. And it sounds so silly that you kind of, well, I need to go to those great lengths to make sure that I don't procrastinate. You might be a bit different. You might be like, yeah, I don't need to do that. I'll just, you know, try and focus. But I would need to do something like that to stop myself from just aimlessly scrolling or just re-watching the same shows over and over again. Like, I can't even express to you the amount of times that I've re-watched Friends or Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Attack on Titan. It's crazy. I just re-watch them all the time. So overcoming procrastination is really, really important to kind of, you know, help with your time management. If you spend, I don't know, like hours and hours of your week procrastinating, then you're not going to get your task done in the time that you need. And then that's just going to cause you more stress. And then you're going to be thinking, oh my goodness, I need to manage my time better, but I can't overcome this procrastination. And so, yeah, my tips would be put your phone away, don't go on the internet, even set time for social media where you can go and reply to things and chat to your fans or your friends or your family members. Even doing that is really helpful. And as I said, you can plan that into your little to-do list and planner when you can do those things. And so those are my top tips for time management today. I really hope that they've helped you. I have been brutally honest in this CVlog today. I am by no means like taking all of these tips on board all the time. I'm always lacking in one or the other, but I'm hoping to improve with it. And I tell these tips to myself all the time. And I'm actually writing up a full timetable this week, and I'm hoping to stick to it after I procrastinated so much yesterday. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really hope that you've enjoyed this little advice vlog. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I do covers, original music and advice, and I also do CBTV, which is where you can get to know me even more rather than just me singing and playing guitar. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!